Good afternoon. My name is Anita Brown, for those of you who don't know me. I'm 52 years old. Today I'm coming to you on behalf of our children. Our children are committing suicide at an alarming rate. Before they get to that point, some things have to happen. Our kids don't come into this world saying one day, I want to be famous for committing suicide. Our children are actually going through something. Many of them are going through bullying, child abuse, sexual abuse, and other things that are not fair to our kids. I myself am a victim, used to be a victim. Now I'm a survivor of child abuse, emotional abuse, and sexual abuse. Those of you who are preying on our children, I want to see if I can appeal to you on behalf of someone who is a prodigy of what it's like to be a child going through child abuse or rape, molestation. It's not just the thing that they're going through at the moment. Your actions on a child have a lifelong effect. These kids begin to act out. They begin to act in ways that are not normal. For me, when I was 17 years old, I started thinking about ways I could actually forget about what I had been through as a child. When I was 17, I started getting people to go to the store and buy me a beer or something I could drink just to block the memory out for a few minutes, a few hours. But the problem was, once I sobered up, I had to get that next beer. For some kids, it's drugs. For they're shooting up. Many are committing suicide. They're hurting themselves further as a result of what has been done to them in their childhood. As adults, they're asked to go on and live as normal, everyday citizens. That's kind of hard to do when you've had a past that still continues to haunt you. It's like a child being trapped inside of an adult's body. Sometimes I still think about my abuse, and it still hurts. Although I've been able to go on and I've been able to forgive everybody who has ever done me wrong, the one thing I can't do is forget. And that's the one thing I was told over and over and over again is just forget about it. But if you've ever been through this, you know yourself that that's something that you will never forgive. I mean, never forget, excuse my words, because I truly have forgiven. And I had to go to God to be able to do that, for the strength to be able to do that and to get on to my life. When I first started having children, it kind of came out on them. I never touched them in an inappropriate manner, but I was always fearful because I always heard that these things happen in a cycle. What is done to you, you turn around and do to your children. I thank God that I never did that. But in the way that it affected myself and my children, the normal things that those who haven't been through this type of crisis go through, being able to hug your kids, being able to tell them you love them every day, being able to spend time with them where everything is okay and peaceful and it's fun. I had problems with that. Growing up in relationships, it affected me. Being able to love someone when I didn't love myself, it causes you to feel guilt. What could I have done? What could I have done to keep this person from looking at me and touching me inappropriate, or putting their hands on me in an inappropriate or abusive manner? You take all that in on the inside, and it affects your everyday living. Things that you do, you're questioning yourself. You're wondering, why did I do that? That's not me. No, it wasn't me. It was because of what was done to me in my past. I look at the TV all the time, and I'm wondering, these kids on these talk shows like Dr. Phil, I look at them and I see myself in them. They're acting out because of what's been done to them in their past. And society is looking on them and seeing what they're doing, but they're looking at what they're doing, but they're not thinking about what happened to them for them to act in this certain manner. Once again, no child comes in the world saying, when I grow up, I want to be a drug addict, I want to be an alcoholic, I want to kill people, I want to shoot people. Nobody comes in thinking that. It's because of what they've been through. We need to find a way to stop the hurt of these children, to stop them from hurting. Parents, talk to your kids. When it gets to the point where you saying, I don't know what happened, I didn't see anything, I didn't know anything. If your child is acting out, or they're acting in a manner that is not normal for them, something is wrong. Men, women, if you have a significant other and your child comes to you and says that that child is, that man or that woman is coming on to them or doing things that they don't feel comfortable with, you need to check that. Stop blaming your kids in a relationship with your man. Stop taking your man or your woman's word over what your child is saying. If a child comes in a room with you, I don't care if they're stripped down, flaunting in front of you, making Google eyes, smiling in your face. I don't care what they're doing. If it's two people in that room, one adult and one child, that adult is the one who's supposed to know better. No matter what that child does or says should cause you to look at them in a sexual manner. If that child is doing something that you don't feel comfortable with, and you are feeling some type of way about it, you need to get that child help. So I'm asking you today, if you're the one who's hurt a child, or is hurting a child, please stop. We have to live with these children. They're our future. They are the ones we have to look to the future for, who's going to be taking over. We want them to be at peace and able to make rational and reasonable decisions in the future. We want to stop hurting our children. This is only one of a few videos that I'm planning on doing. So I hope that something I've said will help somebody, will change somebody. And one more thing I want to say to our children: if you're going through something and you tell somebody, please tell somebody. If they don't listen, tell somebody else. Keep telling until somebody does something about it. Don't take to drugs. Don't take to liquor. They only make the situation worse. If nobody listens, just keep telling until somebody does. If you need to hit me up on my page and you need to reach out to me, please feel free to do so. I'm here to help. I thank you for paying attention. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for your time.